And to repower those things and those images is saying, it's to me, saying the opposite of that. But here's the difference. I'm not about to cry over the statue. You know why? Because we're not scared no more. We're not afraid. We never really were. We're not afraid of statues. We're not afraid of the cultural terrorists. Our eyes are wide open in terms of what America means for us. And if the president and his administration want to cozy up to the worst parts of American history, we see them. Point blank, period.
But they should be asked why they're okay with it.
I agree with you that lost cause statues that were put up that were intended to terrorize Black Americans well after the horrors of the Civil War, it's inappropriate.
Terry and Scott, you're really quiet on this. I would love to hear your perspective.
Let me say this. Go, Scott, quickly, if you want to get in.
Yeah, a few things. I don't agree with the destruction of public property.
It's not what we're talking about.
Number one. Number two, I generally have believed that Confederate statues, however and wherever they've been put up, I know there's a lot of people that would say they put them up for different reasons. I'm a supporter of museums. I like museums. I like when museums tell the full story of American history. I don't have any problem at all with problematic statues being put in museums. I do like the idea of a process being followed. This one in Arlington, Brad's right, Arlington is a complicated place, and what the ground was and what the grounds were originally, it is complicated. So my general view is that I want to celebrate as much as possible the Union. I come from Kentucky, and yes, we did birth both presidents of the Confederacy and the United States, but I'm a Lincoln guy, and I tend to be a Union supporter. I want as much Union praise and Union generals and Union soldiers as possible.
You're not okay with what Pete Hegseth is doing because
he sounded like you're uncomfortable, but not sure.
Look, I don't know how he arrived at the decision. My personal view is it statues like that?
So does it romanticize
would probably be best in a museum.
That's all right.
Okay,
well,
you said romanticizing the Confederacy that has plagued this state for far too long is something we wish to not engender. So I hope that you still believe that because you wrote that in 2015.
I literally just said I would rather the Confederate statues be in a
But
museum.
you won't say that they should not put it back.
I literally just said the statue should be in a museum.
Hard to agree with.
Have you ever seen a segment that's more of a setup than this one, and you just know the producers were licking their chops? Like, hey, Scott, here's the plan. Let's put you in a room with three of the griftiest hucksters in cable news, and, oh, by the way, your topic is racist Confederate statues. Go. I mean, can it be any more obvious about it? I hope they're paying Scott a lot of money. It was like they were staging a dog fight, 3 attack dogs foaming at the mouth, just circling, waiting to pounce. Scott looks around like, hey guys, why do we have to come all the way out? Guys? And he turns back and cowboy hat, glasses lady, and the blonde bombshell are there ready to unload on him. And I want to just respond to something Van Latham said. He said, we're not scared anymore. We never were. Well, that's for sure. The party you support tears down cities when you're offended by something, and your politicians cheer it on. You are definitely fully agree, not scared of authority, even when it's lawful, because you complain about it, break it, and profit from telling Black Americans that they can't get ahead. And maybe I'm wrong. So you guys correct me out there if I'm wrong, and I'll apologize. But when he says we know where Black people stand, that sounds an awful lot like you're saying Black Americans are second-class citizens in 2025 in the United States of America. Okay, for the record, I don't care about statues. If something was put out tomorrow that said, I hate white people, I promise you, I wouldn't care. I'd talk about it. I'd laugh about the hypocrisy, but I'd just go on with my life. What I care about, and I think most on the right care about, is trashing the country because your feelings are hurt. And Van, saying you're not crying over statues is one of the silliest things I've ever heard. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if you and your political allies hadn't thrown such a fit that people ran around vandalizing and destroying monuments all over the country. If you hate a statue that much, fine, go through the proper channels. I can't even fathom what the process for taking a statue down would be because I don't have time to think about that. And that right there might be the biggest difference between people like you and people like me. You have the luxury of thinking about stuff like this. I have a life.